What's up, guys? It is your boy Ken Jizzle back here with another video, and you guys already know I had to speak on this because today is a very important day, a very special day for all you guys out there, all you movie fans, all you superhero fans, all you DC fans especially. Today, James Gunn and Peter Safran, I believe that's how you say his name. Sorry if I messed that up. They have unveiled their plans for DC. And this is something we talked about inside some earlier videos, but today we have gotten official titles, and we have also got some detail about some of the places that the DCU will be moving towards, and just stuff like that. So let's hop right into it. First up, I'll make it clear, alright, this is not connected to the DCEU, alright, it's not connected to Justice League, it's not connected to Batman versus Superman. It's not connected to any of those. Alright, it's a completely different thing. It's DCU now, I guess. Second, and I'm not gonna get too deep into my opinions about this until the end, or maybe have a different video, but stories like Matt Reeves' Batman and Todd Phillips' Joker are not a part of this universe. In a sense, they are Elseworld stories. If you don't know what Elseworld is, it's kind of like the what if stories inside of Marvel. Alright, they're different universes, a part of a different timeline, different continuity. Alright, continuity. I don't know why I said that so bad. But speaking of these things, we have actually got the confirmed title to the sequel to Matt Reeves' Batman, and that is The Batman Part 2. I didn't exactly expect it to be named that, but that's something we're gonna get into later. Also, we do have another confirmed Elseworld story or film, and that is a Superman film, which actually will star a black Superman. Inside the comics, I believe there is like 2 or 3 different black Supermen, so you know, that's fun. But all these things are Elseworld, and of course the Joker and the Joker sequel, Folly Adore, I believe that's how you say it, is all Elseworld. But let's go ahead and get into the main titles. So just like how the MCU has phases, the DCU has chapters. This first chapter is called Gods and Monsters. So with all that said, let's go ahead and hop right into it. First up, we have some projects that you guys might already know about. Shazam! Fury of the Gods, which is the sequel to Shazam, and The Flash. So the key title that you see inside there is The Flash, which most people have theorized and most people have guessed, and has been confirmed that The Flash, which takes on the story of the Flashpoint inside the comics, The Flash will pretty much reset everything and kind of bring us into a new DCU. But after that, we go with the Blue Beetle movie, which I had no idea was still happening. That's kind of all I got to say about that movie. After that, we have Aquaman 2, which I had no idea was really happening too. But these are all names that you probably heard before, so let's go ahead and get into some of these new names. First up, we have Creature Commandos. Now, I have no idea of what this is about. So apparently it's about superhumans inside the military or something like that. I have no idea what it was about. Alright, I've never heard of it before, but it is something that will be happening, and it kind of kicks it off. It is a animated series, but what James Gunn confirmed is that these actors will be consistent, meaning that anybody that is the voice actor for this show, for Creature Commandos or any animated show, is the actor inside the movies. So we'll kind of see an animated version of these people, but don't be surprised if you do see them inside of live action. And yes, they are the same characters. Next up, we have Waller, which is a spin-off from the HBO Max series Peacemaker. Same actor, Viola Davis, and I guess this is kind of explores her background and some of the things that she does within this universe. Next up, we have a very big title. Okay, we have our first movie of this new wave of movies. Superman Legacy is the first Superman movie inside of this DCU. It is geared up to be released on July 11th, 2025, so not too far away. Many people have actually asked about the whole Henry Cavill thing, and this is what James Gunn had to say about it. He essentially said that Henry Cavill was not fired, but just never hired. So essentially, he was just never confirmed to be playing Superman, and they kind of just went with another option. Of course, we don't know who is actually playing Superman, but there is obviously going to be some fan ideas and just some thoughts about who should be playing Superman in the future. If you have any thoughts about who should be playing Superman, go ahead and leave them inside the comments. I'd like to see it. After that, we have Lanterns, which is actually a HBO Max series. This story focuses on Hal Jordan and Jon Stewart. Now, I've seen some thoughts like about it kind of being like a detective type of cop type of series, which I think will be fun. So I'm definitely interested inside that, and it will eventually tie into the bigger DCU story. So our next project inside of this slate is actually something I have no idea about. I had no idea these characters even really existed. I might know like one or two of the members of this team, but I had no idea of the overall team. What I'm talking about is The Authority, which apparently will be a big movie inside of the slate, inside the DCU story. Now again, I have no idea what it's about, so I'm gonna look into it, but this one actually interests me a whole lot. Next up we have Paradise Lost, which is actually about the mascara. Apparently it's supposed to be kind of similar to Game of Thrones, which I think would be interesting. Seems pretty cool, so I guess I would check it out. Next up we have a very interesting title, and something that I actually have I guess a strong opinion about. We have The Brave and the Bold. This is the first Batman movie inside of the slate. And remember, I said that Matt Reeves and Robert Pattinson's movie is Elseworld. So that means that we're getting new actors for Batman and Robin. And yes, I said Robin because Robin is inside this movie and he's a big character. Robin that we actually follow inside this movie is Damian Wayne, which I think is very interesting because we haven't seen a Robin inside of a movie in a very long time. I think it's actually kind of hard to do Robin, but I guess we'll see about it. And I have some opinions about it. I'm not gonna get into them, but I might say that for like a next video or something like that. Next movie we have is Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow. Now this is interesting. I didn't know they were gonna be doing a Supergirl movie this early. I guess it makes sense. But there's a couple Supergirl like CW things I thought was already going on. So I guess those will be wiped out eventually. But it's still it's kind of interesting to me. I think I'm pretty interested inside this movie. Next up we have the film Swamp Thing. And lastly, for what we got announced today, we have Swamp Thing, which is supposed to be like a horror movie, which I think they actually had like a Swamp Thing show, right? It was like kind of like a horror type of like show, right? I think it got canceled, but well, obviously it got canceled, I think, right? But how do you guys feel about that one? Because I think that one could be pretty good, but they already tried to do a show, so maybe we'll have to rewatch that and see if they might take something from that. But I do think that should be an interesting film. 2025 is gonna be a big year for some superhero movies. We're getting Superman, Batman Part 2, Avengers: The Kang Dynasty, and Fantastic Four. So I think that'll be a pretty good year. So that's kind of my thoughts. I will probably have a video diving even deeper into my opinions about it. Of course, I always put your thoughts inside the comments because I love to interact and kind of have a discussion with you guys about what we have seen and how we can move on with all of the news we're getting. Of course, I really appreciate it if you like this video, if you enjoyed it in any way, and if you want to show support, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And last but not least, never ever forget to click that bell because you'll never ever miss another video again. Love you guys, peace out, and I'll see you guys next time.